Hi guys, it's me Trisha and welcome to a kitchen session with me and my sakto lang cooking skills. So for our first episode, we will be making a classic tiramisu. So here with me to make the voiceover is my sister Bella.
Hi.
So for the ingredients, we will need
Ladyfinger biscuits, coffee, sugar, and hot water.
also 1 or 2 eggs, mascarpone cheese, and thickened cream. Pero you can just buy pre-made whipped cream instead of having to make your own. So for the first step, we need to make our coffee. So personally, I'm not a coffee person, but since we're making a classic tiramisu, we will have to make coffee. So my mistake with this is I didn't really taste the coffee I made. I just assumed that it didn't matter. Yeah.
So that's why in the next clip,
After struggling with closing this coffee container, you will see that I made a very bad mistake, which I didn't see at the time. Go. So at this point, it looks very much like soy sauce. So that's not something you want for a dessert. Now for step 2,
you need to make your custard using a double boiler method.
so a double boiler method is putting a glass bowl on top of water being steamed. So this is the first time I made tiramisu and hindi ko nagawa ng tama yung custard and yung whipped cream. So with this, I think the second time I tried making this, I used a saucepan instead of this double boiler method. But that's fine. We learn as we go. ASMR. So, ayan, huwag niyo lang pansinin yan. Sana natutuwa kayo dun sa tunog na naghahalo. Kasi nga, mali nga yung ginawa ko dito. Tanggap ko naman. Sobrang sabog ng voiceover. Pero sorry guys, di kami professionals. We just love food. And have nothing to do. Now, for the next step, it is to make your whipped cream, which you can opt not to do if you want to
You know
decide.
how we ordered the first time, the one that was
Now,
closest
this
to the
step,
door?
I realized I had to mute the audio for the video simply because my family was talking a lot, aka Bella.
Yeah, that was me.
So, for the step 4,
You need to mix the custard, whipped cream, and mascarpone cheese together.
so this will be the cream mixture for our tiramisu. So, for the whipped cream, you have to refrigerate it in a metal bowl, but I didn't use a metal bowl. I used a plastic bowl, and then also the whisk, and then whip it with sugar until it forms peaks. I can actually just discuss that in another video. Subscribe! So for the next step, we have to assemble our tiramisu. So the first thing you have to do is to slightly dip your ladyfinger biscuits in the coffee, and make sure you don't dip it for too long.
Otherwise, it will
gets
fall apart and break.
Yeah, which you will see later. And then you have to put your cream mixture on top after putting a layer of the biscuits, stretch biscuits. Kasi good. Ayan.
So it's like you're making graham crackers.
Mango graham.
Mango graham.
So as you can see, yan na yung nasirang biscuits. Hindi ko rin alam ba't di ko niligpit. Lesson learned! So now, fill your container up to the very top. Kayo bahala kung ilang layers, kung anong ikasasaya nyo. Ayan. And then, after making that flat, you dust the top layer with cocoa powder. And as you can see, I'm using way too much. Sorry, ma. Sorry. So, what have we learned from our tiramisu making session? Number 1.
Taste your coffee.
Make sure it's not too bitter since you're making a dessert. Number 2, don't overcook your custard and be very sure with your measurements. Number 3, use a metal bowl in making whipped cream. And don't be afraid to use a lot of sugar.
And don't soak the biscuit in the coffee for too long, otherwise it will break. And don't make a coffee flavored dessert unless you're a big fan of coffee.
So we will suggest trying chocolate tiramisu or whatever tiramisu. So that's it for our first kitchen sessions where we made tiramisu. If you like more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And thank you. Bye.
Bye!
Hindi ko yung tatanggalin.